I think what got me was this. I could make something from nothing, just me and a laptop. No tools to buy, no parts to order, no workshop to rent, just a screen and an idea. In this video, I want to tell you my story, how I actually got here, how I taught myself to code, and whether it's even worth learning to code at all in 2026 with all the AI tools existing. It all started with watching day in my life videos 3 years ago. Software engineers working from home, coffee in the morning, laptop open, building something, on their own schedule. No commute, no boss standing over them, just the work and the freedom to decide when and how to do it. That got me, that lifestyle. The idea that your skills are the only thing you actually need, that you could just set up anywhere and build. And then I found a tutorial. Someone just built a portfolio website, HTML, CSS, a bit of JavaScript. I followed along. I didn't understand most of it. I was copying without really knowing why. But then I changed one number, a color, a padding, and something moved on screen. That was it, the feeling that from 2 lines of code so much is possible. Before I get into my path, and into what I'd actually recommend, let me tell you why I can speak to this. I didn't go to a coding bootcamp. I don't have a computer science degree yet. Almost everything I know about actually writing software, the frameworks, the real-world patterns, the things that matter on the job, I taught myself, on the side, while studying, and while working as a working student in software engineering, which I've been doing for 2.5 years now. If you're interested in how I got my job and what a working student role is, check out the videos I linked in the description or at the top right in the info card. I was studying business administration when all of this started, and pretty quickly I realized if I want to take this seriously, in Germany especially, a degree matters. So I switched business administration to computer science. It felt like starting over, and in some ways it was. But I'd already noticed something. The degree alone wouldn't be enough. Universities here teach fundamentals, algorithms, theory. They don't teach you what production code looks like, what frameworks feel like in real code bases, how teams actually build software. So I decided early I'd do both, the degree and teach myself the rest. I started with HTML, CSS and JavaScript, the fundamentals. No frameworks yet. I wanted to understand the foundation before building on top of it. Udemy was my starting point, a couple of courses, not to watch every video, just to get enough context that what I was copy-pasting started to make sense. And then my first real project. I rebuilt my mom's website. She was self-employed, had a site, and I just recreated from scratch. It wasn't impressive, but it was mine, and nothing teaches you like being responsible for something real. From there, I wanted more courses, more frameworks, more knowledge. Maybe too many, but more on that later. I got my first working student job. That's where Angular came in. A framework I'd never touched, and suddenly I was learning it live in real code bases. Once I felt solid on frontend, I wanted backend, no JS, because I'd seen it briefly in one of my first courses and understood nothing at the time. So I went back, learned it properly, built my first full application. And now I'm full stack at work, still learning on my own on the side, still taking courses, still figuring things out. That's my path. And now, what would I actually recommend? But before we get into how, because I know this question is sitting in the back of your head right now. Is it even worth learning to code anymore? With AI writing code for you? Why bother? In my video on how I got my job, I talked about it. But here's the short version. AI makes you faster. It doesn't make you obsolete, because AI makes mistakes. It hallucinates functions that don't exist. It builds the wrong things confidently. It misunderstands what you actually need. And I know, AI is getting better every single week. AI tools now make fewer mistakes and can write better code than tools 1 year ago. But if you don't understand code, you can't catch those mistakes. If you can't steer it, you're not using AI as a tool. You're just hoping it's right. The engineers who are thriving right now aren't the ones who handed everything to AI. They are the ones who understand what they're building well enough to know when the AI is wrong. The knowledge is still the leverage. It's just applied differently now. So yes, learn how to code. Start with a course. That's my genuine recommendation if you're coming from zero. It doesn't have to be Udemy. There are incredible free courses on YouTube, entire curriculums, taught well, for nothing. The barrier to start has never been lower, use that. But before you open a single video, spend 10 minutes thinking about what you actually want to build. a web app, a mobile app, something with data. That answer tells you where to start. That's your direction. And then, don't let the decision paralyze you, because here's something that took me too long to realize. Most programming languages are more similar than they are different. Variables, loops, functions, conditions. The fundamentals are the same everywhere. Once you actually understand them in one language, picking up a second one is a completely different experience. You're not starting over, you're translating. So don't feel like choosing JavaScript or Python right now locks you in forever. It doesn't. Start somewhere. Get good at one thing, the rest gets easier. Now, when you're in the course, don't just copy what they show you. Take notes, real notes, not the code, the concept. Why does it work? What is this actually doing? Write that down in your own words and then let it sit. Come back to it. Repeat it, because the goal isn't to finish the course. The goal is to actually retain what you learned. And you'd be surprised how quickly something fades if you never touch it again. A software engineer doesn't know everything. Nobody does. The job is too broad. The tools change too fast. What you actually need is to know roughly what exists and know where to find it when you need it. Google is not cheating. It's part of the job. And as soon as you have the basics, build something. Don't wait until you feel ready. You won't feel ready. Here's a trick that helped me. Don't try to invent something original. Take something you already love, a website, an app, a game, and copy it. Recreate it from scratch. The goal isn't the idea. The goal is to sit down and write code without someone telling you exactly what to type. That's the whole exercise. Try things, break things, get stuck, ask for help. But always make sure you understand the answer, not just that it worked. That's the difference between learning and copying. One more thing about courses, and this is something I generally still have to remind myself of. Filter. Don't watch everything. I know backend from Node.js, but I wanted to understand Spring Boot too, so I started a course on my own. And I catch myself sitting through sections I already know, worried I'll miss something if I skip. I won't miss anything. I know what the REST API looks like. I don't need to see it explained for the 10th time. When you're learning something you already partially understand, jump to what's actually new, the framework-specific parts. The thing that makes this tool different. Your time is the most valuable thing you have. Spend it on what you don't know yet. And now, the thing that generally changes how all of this works today. When I started, if I got stuck, I Googled. I searched Stack Overflow. I waited to find the right explanation from the right person. Now you can just ask. And not just ask, you can go back and forth. I don't understand this part. Give me a simple analogy. Show me an example with my actual code. Ask the follow-up question you would be embarrassed to ask out loud. An infinitely patient tutor that meets you exactly where you are. I use Claude with cowork skills. Not to generate code and copy it blindly, but as a thinking partner. To test my understanding. To explain something 3 different ways until it clicks. To challenge what I think I know. That's the right way to use it, not as a shortcut, as a tutor. Last thing, and this one I actually mean. Learning to code takes time. Real time. It's not a 30-day transformation, not a bootcamp sprint. If you try to rush it, load up 5 frameworks, study 8 hours a day, make it your whole identity, you will burn out. You'll set goals you can't hit. And then you feel like you failed when you didn't. A smart person once said, slow motion is better than no motion. Shout out to Siobhan Salmon. You don't need to learn everything this week. You just need to move, even slowly, and not to stop, and enjoy it. The building, the figuring out. The moment something works that didn't work yesterday. This is a process. And the process is the point. Stick with it and don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago, 3 months ago, last week. That's where you will see how far you've actually come. That's the only comparison that matters. Do that. Keep going, and one day you will be able to build anything you want. Your own software, your own apps, your own ideas from scratch, and you will become the best of yourself.